Hey, welcome back to Derby Kai on this rather glorious day. Oddly a cloud in the sky, as you can see. Absolutely beautiful day. Sunny. Where are we at the moment? Temperature. Whew, my eyes need to focus. Around 15 at the moment. So absolutely glorious. Quick look in the filter house. Temperature at the pond is 12.2 at the moment. And inside the filter house is 22.2 inside the filter house. I've only just opened it up, so it is quite glorious today. So fingers crossed this weather's going to continue, and it's not, the temperature's not going to drop so much on the night, and getting covers off soon, I hope. I still think it's a little bit early to get them off yet. Last night temperature went down again to about 2 degrees. At least it wasn't minus at the moment. And I think for the next week, most days it's going to be around the 12-13 degrees, 14 degrees, somewhere around that. And I think overnight, I think the lowest temperature throughout the week is saying it's going to be about 4. So I'd say another couple of weeks, I'm thinking, and it'll be time to get the covers off. So in this one, I'm going to give you a bit of an update on the pond. Obviously, I've had issues recently with the pond, as in parasites, which I'm obviously treating for at the moment. As you know, excuse me, if I can find it, I've had fluke, so what I'm doing is nuking the fluke. That's what I'm doing at the moment. It's had its first treatment several days ago. So it's going to be from the last treatment, which is 3 weeks, and then you can treat again, just as I said in the last video, just in case there's any larvae or anything like that on there, the hatchlings, just to make sure they're all gone. So a couple of days time I will probably get Henry out again, give him a scrape just to see, because he's the only one I found him on, just to see if there's anything on him. He seems fine. I haven't seen him flash. Obviously the day I put them in he did, but it's been several days now, and I haven't seen him flash at the moment. Oh, I think he's having a sneezing fit. So I definitely haven't seen him flash today anyway, that's for sure. I haven't seen any others flash. I know that should be flashed a couple of days ago, but again I haven't seen that today, so fingers crossed it's working, or worked at least. Water has started to clear up a little bit. Now it stays in the water, it murkies the water up for a few days, but that is clearing up now. And to be honest, they went off their food a little bit for a day or two. They'll have a little bit of food, but not as much as they have been. But today they're looking a bit more hungry. I have put some food in, and Henry's come straight up for it, which is a good sign. And in fact, he's looking for some more little bits at the moment. So yeah, so bit of an update on that. Obviously I've just mentioned about that. Update on the filters, and I want to have a look at my dechlorinator today, so I'll spin you around, have a look in there, and I'll tell you what I'm hoping to get done. Okay, so in here, as you can see, I said 12.3 at the moment in here. Moving bed, gosh, it's perfect. I'm getting a lot of bubbles on, but I think that's due to the treatment that's in the pond on there at the moment, but it's I have lowered the air down into here to put more into the pond, but it's still bubbling up nice, so I'm more than happy with that. And again, I've said it in the last one, but absolutely fantastic, all the filter builds that have been sent and things like that. I'm over the moon with the pictures you've sent me, and it's absolutely fantastic ones. Moving on to the easy pod. Right, there's not much actually to show you in there at the moment really, but I don't know if you remember, excuse the camera work, on one of my spring maintenance ones, I took all the K1 out of here to give it a really good clean. The whole thing was jet washed down and cleaned out. I took the K1 micro out, and at the bottom of this chamber here, where the air ring goes all the way around, it goes around this part here. There was a lot of sediment and stuff actually under the airline. There's a gap, probably as thick as my finger, I suppose, about 9-10 mil, something like that, actually under the airline, which was collecting sediment. So I obviously cleaned all that out. I was actually thinking about taking it. It's been a few weeks now, so I was actually thinking about taking it out now. But as I'm doing treatment, I don't want to mess with the filters at the moment, and I won't do it now. So I've got to retreat again in a couple of weeks. So what I'm going to do is I want to wait till I've done the full treatment, and I'm going to take this out again just to see what's underneath, to see how bad it is. I know it hasn't been that long, and I haven't been feeding that much and not producing that much waste, but it's just curiosity to see what's under there now, because I was using this one to boil it, the 45 litre, which it was doing. It was boiling the media no problem, but I wasn't sure if it was actually, when I seen the stuff in the Easy Pod, I wasn't actually sure if it was actually cleaning the bottom. So I've now gone back to the 70 litre a minute pump, which is what came with the Easy Pod. Obviously it's an Evolution Aqua one, so this is what's recommended for the Easy Pods. So this now is only used to clean out the Easy Pod. I was hoping it's going to do something and hopefully cure that, but some of the comments I've received about the Easy Pods and people having noticed the same problem, they've said they've put the 70 litre on, and I think one said he's got a 110 litre one running on his Easy Pod, and he used it just to boil it, and he still notices a build-up of sediment at the bottom. Again, that could be each. I don't know if you know. Each Easy Pod might be different. The way the airings are, the holes in the airings, I don't know. But for me, I want to check it anyway. I'm not holding out much hope for the 70 litre to actually affecting it that much. I even thought about turning the airing upside down in there, taking it out, turning it over so all the air is going down. But I think one of the comments I had as well said they tried that and it actually didn't do. It helped a little bit, but not a lot. But give it a few weeks. I'm going to get it all out again just to see if there is any build up down there still. If there is, and obviously the 70 litre a minute pump's not working or doing what I was hoping it would do, I've got another couple of ideas. Hopefully I can try various things people have mentioned and suggestions. Once I did look into or thought about, I actually thought about pouring an acrylic resin actually at the bottom, taking the airing out and filling that gap which is between the inner chamber and the outer chamber. There's that lip. I actually thought about completely filling all the base of that with an acrylic resin. So I've looked into acrylic resins. I think it will fill it no problem, but the problem is I've contacted Evolution Aqua to ask them what this is actually made of, and they said it's made of, if I remember rightly, a polyethylene. This is made of, and I've looked into it and not much. I can't find anything that will actually stick to this. Definitely acrylic resin will not stick to this. Apparently with acrylic resin mouldings, when they want to mould something, they actually mould it in something made of polypropylene, well, whatever it's called, that stuff, the same stuff as this, so the acrylic doesn't stick to it. So I'm not 100% if anybody knows of anything that will actually stick to this stuff, because obviously I don't want to put anything in the bottom that's going to let water underneath, and obviously, you know, nasty things are going to get caught under it. So if anybody knows what will actually stick to this or bond to this, put in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it, and I can experiment, maybe try some and get it to stick to the side. I don't know, but apparently acrylic resin and various resins and stuff like that will not actually bond to polypropylene or propylene, whatever this is made of. It won't actually bond to this. There's a bonding agent or a glue that you can get for it, but it is very expensive, and it's highly toxic. So I'm not happy about putting something like that in here and messing with that, especially with the fish. So it's not something I want to try. So yeah, if anybody knows of something that would bond to this stuff, hit me in the comments down below, let me know, and I can do a bit more research on it, and we may come up with an idea for it. Right, moving on. Got more of this to put in, the small pure pond balls and the filter gel, but I'm not going to put that in now until all of the treatments have been completed. One thing I want to do today, if I can, I don't know if you can see, as you can see, look down there, it's got a very small leak, as does that one. This one doesn't leak, but this one has. Well, these two do. So I know of, again, I mentioned it before about the leak, and a few people have said, yeah, I have the same problem. I have put loads of PTFE tape around the thread. I've checked all the seals, everything's fine, but these two are still leaking just a little bit, so I do want to cure those. So I've got an idea to try. Hopefully it's going to work. It might not, but there's only one way to find out. I'm going to try it and see if it works. Right, I'm back. As you can see, I've taken them two off, and as I said, try the PTFE tape. So what my plan is, I have got this, if you can see out the sun, this is a tyre inner tube. I was looking for some rubber, and this is perfect. So there is my dechlorinator tube. So what I have done, I've used the rubber tyre to make a rubber washer. So the idea is that is going to go, it's awkward one-handed, be easy when he's putting it together on the other piece, on the threaded piece. That's going to go somewhere like that, and hopefully that will seal it. Might not be as thick as I'd like, but if not, I can always put two in. It may work, it may not. We won't know until we try it. As a very wise car enthusiast says, every day is a school day. Right, Andy? Fabulous. Job's a good one. Let's cut another one, get it together and see if it works. Okay, as you can see, I've got my dechlorinator off. This one wasn't leaking, so I'm not touching this one. I'm not at the moment. If it's any problems with that, I'll do one after. So I've made two rubber gaskets, washers, whatever you want to call them. What I have found when you're fitting dechlorinators, I really struggle. This one's not so bad, the first one, but this second one, so look in here. This one, the pipe one goes in the first one, and this carbon filter goes in the second. When they're up the right way, when this is turned over, I find it really difficult to line these up and get the thread. So what I found is if you take it out, turn it upside down and put it together that way, it can work. So this is what I'm going to do. If I can get it, if you see what I'm doing. Let me first gasket over. It's overlapped a little bit, but that won't hurt. I'm going to have to set this up or pass it on to somebody to hold, just to show you a bit better. Give me a second. Okay, as I said, the rubber is quite thin, so what I've decided to do, I've actually cut two for the one, and I just find it a bit easier to put this back on. If you've got it that way with the tube in there and you're struggling, it can be a bit, it wobbles around quite a lot, this thing, once it's in the tube, so it can be a bit easier. You still have to fiddle with it a little bit to get it lined up. Sometimes it goes straight on like that, sometimes it don't, but that was a lot easier than the other way. So do that and just don't over tighten it, and they're in nice and tight, and I think that's perfect, just what I want. So I'm going to cut two more for this side and get them on, and we'll get it back in. Okay, all together now. I've put two gaskets on that one, two on that one. So I haven't done this one because this one wasn't leaking. Next time I do it and change the filters, if it leaks, I'll put it on that one, but I didn't want to do that one today. So these are done. All we need to do is try it. So I'll get it in there and get it on.
Let's get it on.
I know, I can't sing, don't ever go at me, but let's get it in anyway. Right, we're up and running. I tried it with the two, and I think because there was as it was tightening onto each other, I think they were crimping up against each other. If I'd have had a thicker piece, I'd have preferred to put a thicker, just a one thicker one in. So I put the two in. It was a slight leak still, so I think it was kinking against each other, so I've taken the one out. So they've both got just the one in, and it is actually running out. I've purged all the air out, and at the moment, fingers crossed, you can't see any leaks at all. So I think it's done it. What I'm going to do now is going to leave it running for half hour or so, make sure it builds any pressure up and stuff like that, and I'll come back and check it, and hopefully we're all good. Jobs are good. Right, while I'm waiting for that to run for half hour, I'll show you. He's enjoying the sun. He's been running around like a madman, and now he's just enjoying a bit of shade. While I'm here, I just want to very quickly show you. You can see there my watercress is absolutely flying. It's actually pushing against the covers, so that's growing well with all the nutrients in the pond around here. And as you can see, as is that one. Where are we? There he is. So yeah, all looking good in the pond at the moment. Well, that one is absolutely flown. That one's just shot up, that one has. So yeah, we'll give it half hour and check it for leaks. Right, it's been about an hour. Just got back from taking Bisley for his walk, and there's no actual main drips. There's a very, see, just a tiny bit of build up around there. Whether that's from when I purged it, and yeah, it bubbles out the top here, yeah, and spits out, then it actually goes up underneath here. If I, well, you can see there, look now, tiny bit of moisture there from it when I move it. Clean that. So whatever it is, it's better than it was. Whether that's completely cured it, I don't know, but I'm going to keep me on it, and if it continues, I'll come up with something else, hopefully. But that's a lot better than it was before. It would have been running down here by now. Obviously you can see that's why I have the bucket down there. I put one of the buckets under that, and this is the worst one, the middle one, which was really bad, the worst one, and it was dripping off this there. It was hitting this and then dripping into the bucket. So I'm gonna, I'm sure clean that off there. I'm gonna empty the bucket out, dry this bucket out, dry the pipe off, then I can see if it's actually leaking from anywhere. But if it does continue, that's how I could have done with a thicker rubber really. I'll have to think of something else, come with something else to cure it. But it's better than it was for now, so whether that's jobs are good one, I don't know at the moment, but we'll see if it if it does start to leak again. Apart from that, everything's back up and running, and well, as you can see, he's sitting in the shade now, panting away from me. He's running the park. I actually took him through the woods, over the fields and through the woods. He had a good sniff and rummage round. But what I'll do now, as you can see, the fish are all looking good, pond's cleaned up lovely, so there's not much else I can do today. Oh, it's a warm one today. Right, that's it for now, for this one. Again, not much going on in the koi world at the moment, but as you can see, I've got my covers up, enjoying this bit of sun we're having. So I'm going to sit here for a while. I'm going to get myself a nice cold drink. I'm going to sit here a while and enjoy looking at my fish until we can get these covers off completely and really start to enjoy them. So if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to ring that little bell to get your notifications of videos uploads. A thumbs up would be great. Don't forget, I've got a Facebook page. Pop on over there, say hi. There's different videos and little vid clips and bits and pieces I've put on there that don't come on here. So until the next one, stay safe. Jobs are good.